going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. QB draw. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Rush is on him. Snagged in the middle. It's Haynes. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Firing to the right, complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Young. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's locked. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And man,
It's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Carr. Working the middle, it's complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive, and see what this offense does today.
And it's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Finding an escape route. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff, and here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got the quick pass. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Leaves it with the running back. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pressure coming. The throw. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Finds his big tight end. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Haynes. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Clemson set up with another first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Got his man quickly. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
They'll run it. It's Haynes. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The offense changing the play. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Steps away to find some room. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers! Ready to try the point after. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Carr. That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The kick is on its way. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Quarterback making checks. He'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback moving. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Fires and picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
It's Carr. He's got it down the middle. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Reads it, fires complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Going deep. Makes the grab on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry. Old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Irish! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that, but the offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Haynes.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Turning on the Jets. Inside. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Coming out with it, it's Payne. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a crease, it's Price. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Pauling. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
A nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame's football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They go right back to it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that can happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Headed to the end zone. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine, you bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball on the perimeter for a nice positive game.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. You know, the way they're playing up front, remember that season Vic Beasley had in 2013? He had a couple of tackles for loss 7 times that season.
That's pretty good. And listen, the defense hasn't looked much different over the years of these guys. New names, new cast of characters, but they all play aggressive. They all play quick off of the ball. They all hustle to the football, and you can tell.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the comeback is on. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here. They're up by 17 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Davidson.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Running into the open space. Wide open spaces. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Clemson set up with another 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Davidson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Line getting set on second down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. He's got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week.